I am a beautiful black woman that also sometimes identifies as a cat or a dog. So I hope you got a leash or a litter box for your guest for the ones that identifies as cat or dog.
Yo, what's going on, fellas? Welcome back to another video of this woke insanity. Yeah, just try not to cringe, I guess. And before we start, please like the video, and if you're new around here, consider subscribing. And yeah, fellas, first clip, mental health issues. Yeah, he identifies as a black beautiful woman. And fellas, let him know what you guys identify as in the comment section.
We had a happy first Pride, didn't we, boys? Not first Pride. First Pride is me as trans, but they had a happy Pride, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? They're tired.
Y'all
Happy Pride.
Yes, happy Pride. Woo.
I'm gonna let y'all know because there's seem to be some people that don't like us celebrating Pride. Honey, I'm proud of trans women and I have to be proud.
Man, I just feel sorry for those poor kids. I'm not gonna lie. And just to be straightforward, nobody cares what you celebrate. Just stay away from the kids. Obesity plus gender confusion. What a crisis, bro.
Doctor keeps misgendering me. Look. No fucking way. No way. Okay, we're gonna try this. Hell no. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Okay, let's try again.
Oh my god. But why do I think that he made a follow-up video calling this filter something phobic and crying about it on the internet? I just think that it's funny that he can tell by a 2D cartoon drawing that that's a man. Yet we are supposed to pretend that we can't tell the difference between human beings. It's all in here. They are programmed and mentally ill.
I keep seeing women get all upset that people in their comments are telling them that they look transgender, as if that's the worst thing in the world. Oh, what, you're upset because people think you're hot and cool? Because I know it's not that you think that they're telling you that you look like a man, because that would be transphobic, now wouldn't it? I am so glad that I look transgender and not like a joyless hag. But y'all stay safe out there.
Stop it. Get some help.
I'm a little trans girl, small and cute. These are my pigtails, yes, they're real.
What the fuck?
I can pout. That tip me over part sounds kind of inappropriate though. So I'm going to stop the song there and keep it kid friendly. For all my young followers out there, stay proud, stay beautiful, and stay kind. Bye.
What the heck?
White boy says, I had to wait in line at Starbucks today, so I know about oppression. White boy retweets NPR and watches Jeopardy for fun. White boy won't admit it, but he likes it when you get the answer wrong. Likes the feeling of knowing just a little bit more than you do. White boy listens to indie music and paints his life a 500 days of summer shade of mope because the whole world loves him the least. White boy is glad Green Book won the Oscar and not glad that Trump is the president. Not glad, but safe. Happy to know he will not have to live in a world where white people are the minority. White boy says, aren't you white? White boy says he knows all about brown people because of all the Spanish girls he's dated. Says real tacos have radishes on them. Says horchata is Mexican titty milk. And I'm like, damn, I wish my titties were full of horchata. Or maybe I don't, because white boy would just set me up at a hipster cold brew coffee shop somewhere and start turning a profit while I bust my horchichis in another episode of cultural appropriation at its finest. White boy thinks my brown mouth is dirty with every flip of my chingona tongue and every you shouted at the Orange TV pendejo. White boy thinks my brown mouth, my brown friends, my brown life is dirty when I tell him that I am tied to this land, to my native Aslan tongue and the red dirt in my teeth. White boy responds by texting me a picture of a cartoon Pocahontas, naked ass out, standing next to John Smith, who is holding a looped belt, smiling. White boy says, JK, LOL. White boy thinks it'd be kinky if I said colonize me daddy right before he White boy tells me this in a Tinder message, tells me he does not believe in privilege, meaning it is not a privilege to love me, not a privilege to hold me or whisper in my ear. White boy just expects these things, just like his ancestors did. White boy says he could beat me at a job interview or a sport or a poetry slam. White boy says he could beat me. White boy says I don't need your consent, I'm your boyfriend. Doesn't understand the word no since he is the only one who ever gets to say it. White boy tastes like expensive toothpaste and entitlement. His favorite movies are The Social Network and American Psycho. He jokes about luring me in like prey. Tells me about the way bunny rabbits are calm to stillness and forced to trust just before someone slides the skin off their small bodies. He tells me this while playing with my hair. So I am splayed across his chest, wondering why I keep making the same mistakes over and over again. He's so comfortable with the way that history keeps repeating itself, and I just want to kick and push my way out of his palms. I am all bunny rabbit, heartbeat, and sudden will to live. White boy always leaves me hoping that I won't have to run away screaming this time. Leaves me wishing that he was better than all of the men and mistakes before him. White boy says that he is already the best that there ever was.
Ah man, victim mentality on display right here. If you ever wonder what a professional victim looks like, there you go. If you hate white guys that much, just stay away from them. Sometimes you gotta look at yourself and what you're doing and your actions. If your stupid decision making results in a lot of consequences, then it's your problem. It's your fault. Bro, it's like fucking up at your job and then going to your boss complaining that it was everyone's fault.
I think it got cold when I was taking photos. I take this back. You got dished 30 minutes ago. I'm a TikToker, so I was just taking videos, but it's cold now. Hey, please get another round. I'm not gonna eat this one. I don't want this dish. I was putting my phone over it. It's just like not edible. You're gonna have to charge you for another one. It doesn't matter if you're a TikToker. You're a normal person like everyone else. How am I a normal person if I'm a TikToker? Just contradicting yourself at this point. And how's that our problem? Okay, I'll just get the same thing. Thanks. Sure, but I'll charge you for the new one. Well, I'm not paying for 2 dishes. I'm just gonna pay for 1. You can take this back, and then I'll have it. First of all, you ordered like
what?
10 dishes. I hear you on that, but I'll just get the same thing that I got, just like a new dish.
I think this has to be fake. I don't know. This must be fake.
I actually don't know who you are. No normal person that knows who I am would ever talk to me like this. I don't know what makes you think
What?
that I eat food. This is very weird for a restaurant.
Yeah, I don't think this is real. This must be staged. But if it is, this entitlement that I just saw right here is through the charts. Yeah, I just saw it right here. It's fake. She admitted that this and other videos on her TikTok account are fake. I'd hate to meet someone like this in real life. So unbearable.
I don't know what to do. I have no answers. They're kicking me out of my hotel room because I asked them to wear an N95 mask. And they said that if I wanted that, I was at the wrong hotel and I had an hour to leave. I don't know where to go. I'm almost out of money. More scans just keep getting added to the docket. I don't even have one fully functioning arm at this point. Where do I... My mom isn't answering the phone. It's not like we were estranged. I literally... Because she was super abusive, but... And I still want my mom, but I don't know what to do. Where do I go?
Fucking hell, these people.
What do I do? My doctor just called me to do an anxiety.
What is this guy even talking about? You're definitely at the wrong hotel because you just sound like a professional victim.
I just got back from delivering 11 pizzas to a church, and the order total was $101. Guess how much they tipped me? It's not okay.
I'm sorry, but anyone who feels entitled to tips, no matter who you are, man, woman, this, should not be working that job in the first place. If a customer wants to give you a tip, they'll give it to you by their own. You don't have to be demanding of it. But if you feel entitled to a tip just because you are in the wrong line of work, my friend, you should consider changing careers.
Michael Knowles just triggered this transgender woman.
Hi, Michael. My name is Demi. In the recent past, you've advocated for the outright eradication of transgenderism from public life with the claim that the supposed right of confused people to pretend to be the opposite sex necessarily infringes on your right to distinguish between men and women. I'm standing here now, a biological male, wearing a dress with a pair of leggings. You sincerely believe that I should be subject to punitive justice on the basis of what I'm wearing?
I would encourage you to behave as a man, is what I would do, because you are a man. I don't know how exactly you came to the point where you think you're a woman or very much would like to be a woman, but you aren't. And I don't think anyone who is affirming your delusion is helping. I think they're lying to you, and I think it's very disrespectful, and I think it will not lead to your flourishing. I think it will only immiserate you. Your masquerading as a woman does infringe on the legitimate rights of other people, the rights of women to have their own bathrooms, the rights of women to have their own sports leagues, and the like. That is not something that you have a right to do, no matter how sincerely you believe the fantasy that you are a woman.
I was misgendered today at a pretty famous American restaurant that has chains in Japan. There's ones in like Ikebukuro, Shibuya, Harajuku. Basically, since I entered the restaurant with my group, I did not feel safe. The first offense was going to the table. The guy kind of said something like men first or something, which I thought was just like, okay, maybe he meant like the other guys, like he wasn't speaking directly to me. But then later, a different server came and he was like, and what would you like, sir? It was a different server. So obviously what happened is they were talking in the back. You know, they're talking about me. And two different servers misgendered me. Intentionally. I was wearing makeup, I was wearing a dress. I was obviously not a sir. It was not a good experience. I have not been misgendered in Japanese restaurants. Japanese businesses have been generally really good, but it's the foreign establishments here that are pretty shitty. And honestly, I felt kind of ashamed about myself after this experience, but no, shame on them. Shame on them. I should have nothing to feel ashamed about.
My friend, they did not misgender you. They addressed you respectfully. And wearing makeup and a dress does not make you a woman. You're free to wear and do whatever you want. But don't force your pronoun stuff on people.
It's a woman. I'm also just a woman, and you're perfectly fine to just call me a woman. I get so many comments from my followers and from a lot of people that just refer to me as a trans woman, whether they're like on other people's TikToks and they mention me in the comments, or they're just typing in my comments and they refer to me as a trans woman. I get that. I'm a woman before I'm a trans woman. I know other creators have talked about this recently, but it really does feel like I'm treated as a man who turned into a woman before I'm treated as a woman. My mutual Violet Stans talked about this recently, and I feel very similarly. As trans women, I think it's beautiful that we have this solidarity within our community of other trans women, but I think we ought to remember that we are also women, and we should be allowed to be in the same discourse and discussion as every other woman on the planet. I am a woman. I've fought so hard to be recognized as one, and I want to be a woman, and I love being a trans woman, but that's just the instrument through which I experience womanhood. The womanhood is what's important to me.
Bro, honestly, you look like a dude that just got out of the shower.
What happened?
Trust me, bro, I'm asking the same question in my head. I don't know what goes on in their mind to put themselves through some shit like this. It's honestly just sad in my opinion.